All right, so with it being Sunday and all, I devoted the whole day to Jerry because you've heard me complain all week about how I haven't really spent a lot of time with him and I've been, a little bit absent with all of my other commitments. So I got a sub to teach for my class on Sunday, and I spent the whole day with Jerry. It started off, we had coffee at home, and I'll show you a little bit of the house, and then we got ready for a day out. All right, so Jerry usually spends his time on the weekends out in the yard, and you can see it's really lush and beautiful, although he'd tell you that it looks horrible because there was a freeze in Florida and he lost a lot of it. But the backyard is really, really lush, and there is a hot tub, which we use occasionally, but it's really nice to sit out there and read, and maybe like every once in a while we'll have coffee. And there's his dogs, they're adorable. He's got 4 little chihuahuas, and they're kind of pack dogs. They don't really like people too much, but I'll show you a little bit more of them here. Here they come. Hi. His dogs are really, really cute, aren't they? You know what else is cute? This shower curtain behind me. No, I'm just picking. I mean, it's Florida. You have to have some kind of a palm tree, shell, beach-themed shower curtain or else they kick you out of the state. All right, so we decided, Jerry made breakfast, and he makes an amazing breakfast. I usually help, like I'll chop sometimes. I mean, I make a joke that I'm not very helpful because like I'm trying to be funny, but in truth I help him a little bit, but he is more of the cook in the house. Jerry's a good cooker. Upper. He's a cooker-upper. All right, so one of our favorite things to do is, on days when we don't have anything on the weekends, is that we will just hop in the car and we'll drive up to St. Petersburg, which is kind of like Florida, kind of like Sarasota, except it's different. And it's kind of like, it feels like a day trip away, but it's only about 45 minutes away. So, and we like to be in the car. Now, notice what's funny is that Jerry gets very quiet in the clips. When right before the clip was happening, he was talking not as much as me, because let's be honest, but he was talking quite a bit. But you'll see later in the video, he warms up a lot to the video. I think he might start doing vlogs himself. I don't know. I don't want to get crazy, but that might happen. Your trouble. So one place that we like in St. Pete is the Vinoy, which is this old hotel, and it's really fancy and it's nice. It's right on the water, and if you go up to the top, there's a little place you can have lunch and a Bloody Mary, and you can see a view of the city and the water and the bay, Tampa Bay. It's real sweet.
Should Bob get a sex change and you can come?
Sunday, Bloody Mary, Sunday. Vinoy. Chicken Club Panini with the Bloody Mary and Jerry. Notice who's warming up to the video. There's an artist painting museum. One of the things I love so much about St. Pete is that everything is right on the water. Like, I love Sarasota, but in St. Pete, you have so much access to waterfront, and then there's lots of little cafes. I don't know if you can see over there, little outdoor cafes with outdoor seating. We don't get as much of that in Sarasota, where you can actually sit and see the water. Okay, one thing you'll learn about Jerry is that he is a climber. Not a social climber, but literally a climber. He's more of an outdoorsman than, say, me. Come up there?
Come on up.
I'd have to put down the camera.
I'll have you climb.
No, that'll be bad.
This is Joey climbing up. This is Joey climbing up a tree.
I was never really a climber as a kid.
Look at that.
How will I get down? You'll have to send for help.
The same way you got up.
It's really nice up here.
It's very broad expansion in here, so you don't feel like you're teetering on the end of a branch.
No. It's big. It's like...
I just took a picture of the branch, not you.
Oh, no, show me. I mean, it's my blog, it's not the branch's blog. Can I show you?
If you want.
This was his idea. He's a climber.
Not a social climber.
No. you care about character. It's a nice view from up here. I know, do you want to carve anything?
No, I think it's not right. Yeah, it doesn't harm the tree.
Yeah. This is like a hammock to
There
me,
you got your hammock.
if only it swung a little.
Can you imagine the strength that this took the bend and then all that weight it's supporting
I know.
off that bend? Why isn't that falling? That
I
doesn't
know.
make any sense. This nook here has to be holding. I mean, and that branch goes way over there, off of this. It just does not make any sense. How this is gotta be like
It's solid. There's a
nature's
rock.
concrete.
Okay, getting down off that tree was laughable, and unfortunately I don't have it on video, which I'm kind of glad, personally, for my own pride. But anyway, so Jerry and I decided to go to a movie, because there's a great, huge, like, IMAX movie theater in St. Pete, and we decided to see Water for Elephants. But first, we have time to kill, so we go to the grocery store to get a few snacks to stuff in our pockets before the movie. Now note the woman in front of me, the blonde woman with the short hair. She is slowly getting more angry because the woman in front of her has been having a really hard time paying with her debit card, and I think they've been waiting for like almost 10 minutes. So the blonde's going to start to lose it. So watch over the clips and then I'll show you. We got a complicated order. We haven't had any developments. Still waiting. Okay, so this is where the slowpoke lady up front does something else. She tries to like try again or do a new transaction, and this sends the peach blonde tank top lady over the edge. Watch.
Okay, sure. I'm sorry. It's all right.
Still here, Chair. We're still here.
Just learning about the process.
All right, so it all finally gets resolved. The woman finishes and she gets out of line. Then I realized, and ladies, please don't be offended when I say this, but I realized maybe why the blonde was so upset, because I noticed one of the items that she was purchasing. But listen, men have their times of the month too, so I'm certainly not trying to say anything about the ladies. So anyway, we saw Water for Elephants and it was great. I tried to get video inside, but it's too dark and I don't have a flash. So then, after the movie, we decided to go get something to eat in Ybor City, which is about maybe half an hour from St. Pete, closer to Tampa. It's a really, really cute place. It's kind of like New Orleans, except without all of the people and the hurricane. I guess so it's nothing like New Orleans.
I need
What?
tickets to remember new things.
Is that why you...
Just believing. I'm just agreeing with you.
Alright, I like
You're
that.
saying-
I can live with that.
The only thing that will remind me of you are pieces of paper telling us where we've been.
Yeah, I'm teasing him for throwing away movie tickets. Don't you want them in your scrapbook? I'm kidding, though. I don't keep a scrapbook anymore. And we went to this cute little place called Hamburger Mary's, which is kind of a gay bar, restaurant, grill. They have drag shows. I don't know. Jerry and I don't go to a ton of gay places, but this was a fun place. And we got margaritas. He got a regular house one, and I got one that's called the skinny margarita, but it comes in a huge glass, so I don't know if they should call it skinny. Hubba, hubba. Look at that. It's a big margarita. No, right here. And this is a little margarita.
Mine's $5. This is $12.
But it's going to be worth every cent.
Yes, because when I'm getting my second one.
What? Alright, I see what you're saying. I smell what you're stepping in.
When I go to Dr. Bruce Robbins.
Hey. It's really pretty behind you. that's the joys of sitting above traffic. Right? Yeah, so after we had our drink and our bite to eat, we decided to head back home. And it was a great day. And every once in a while, we just have to have these nothing days. And I like giving the day to Jerry, because he's fun to just give a clean slate of a day to and then just let him kind of develop it. So then we hopped in the car and headed home. Look, it's a full moon. That says a lot.
On a Sunday.
Hey, full moon.
Full moon. Things are gonna get hairy tonight.
When Jerry and I first dated, and he's probably going to hate that I even share this information with people that are practically strangers, but when we first started dating, a couple weeks in, we had one of these like nothing days where we didn't have anything planned, and we had such a good time. And I realized at that point, that's when I really started to think, oh my gosh, I think I want to be with this guy. Because it's one thing to like have a planned date and have a great time, but I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. But when you can just kind of create a day with somebody, and that's one of the things that we do, and we do it well. So if I would just clear off my schedule more, we'd be able to have a lot more of them. But that was my day with Jerry.